Stop saving money. Yes, you. Stop. Every single dollar sitting in your regular bank account is losing power. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now, while you sleep. And the scariest part? You feel safe watching it happen. That feeling is the trap. That feeling is exactly why most people work hard their whole lives but never actually get rich. But you are about to see the whole game differently. Look at your phone. Open your banking app. See that number. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels responsible. You were told that growing that number is the goal. Your parents said it. Your teachers said it. So you cut back on coffee. You skip dinners out. You watch that number climb month after month. You tell yourself you are winning. But here is what nobody explained. That number is not wealth. It is just a photograph, a frozen picture of money that is standing still. Meanwhile, the world around you is running. Prices are climbing. Rent is climbing. The burger that cost $8 last year costs $10 today. Your money did not change, but everything it can buy did. So quietly, secretly, your pile of cash is getting smaller. Not in numbers. In power. This is what it looks like in real life. Two people start working at 25. Both earn $50,000 a year. Both save $500 every month. Sarah puts her $500 into a regular savings account. She feels proud. The bank gives her a little interest. Maybe 1%, maybe 2%. She sleeps well knowing the cash is there. Mike does something different. He keeps 3 months of expenses in savings for emergencies, just in case. But the rest? He puts it to work. Every month, his $500 goes into simple, low-cost index funds. He does not pick stocks or gamble. He just buys tiny pieces of hundreds of strong companies and lets time do the heavy lifting. 10 years later, Sarah has about $65,000. It looks big. But because prices rose, it buys far less than she hoped. Mike? His same $500 a month grew into over $100,000. The gap between them is not because Mike worked harder. It is because Mike understood one rule that Sarah missed. Money that sits still rusts. Money that moves, multiplies. Think of your savings like water in a bucket. Inflation is a tiny hole in the bottom. Every year, a few percent leaks out. The bank drops a few drops back in through interest. But the hole is usually bigger. So year after year, you have less and less real buying power. You just do not see the puddle on the ground because the bucket still looks full from the top. Here is the math that changes everything. If inflation is 4% and your bank pays you 1%, you are losing 3% every single year. On $10,000, that is $300 gone. On $50,000, that is $1,500. On $100,000, that is $3,000. Poof, vanished. Not stolen by a masked thief. Stolen by silence and waiting. But that is only half the damage. The other half is what you are missing. Every dollar sitting in savings is a dollar that is not building something. It is not earning rent. It is not growing with a company. It is not paying you a second income. It is doing nothing. And doing nothing is the most expensive choice you can make. So why does it feel so scary to move that money? Because you were trained to feel safety in cash. When you see the balance, your brain releases a little sigh of relief. That is real. That is biology. Your brain loves what it can touch and count. But you have to ask yourself one honest question. Are you trying to feel safe today? Or are you trying to be free tomorrow? Those are different games. Safety keeps you still. Freedom requires growth. And growth feels uncomfortable at first. You do not have to jump off a cliff. You do not have to bet everything on risky moves. But you do have to stop treating every dollar like a fragile egg that might crack. Your money is not fragile. It is a tool. And a tool that stays in the box never builds anything. Be very clear about this. This does not mean you empty your account and throw it at random investments. Smart wealth has an order. Step 1 is protection. You need an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This money stays in savings. It is your sleep well at night money. If your car breaks or your job shifts, this cash catches you. But here is the key. Everything beyond that safety net is not savings. It is fuel. And fuel belongs in an engine, not in a can in your garage. So what do you do with the fuel? First, look at high-yield savings accounts. Right now, in countries like the US and UK, some banks offer 4 to 5% interest. That is not investment-level growth, but it is way better than the .nothing% most big banks pay. It is a simple move that takes 10 minutes and instantly slows the bleeding. Second, if your job offers a retirement match, grab every penny of it. If your employer matches your contributions dollar for dollar, that is a guaranteed 100% return before you even start investing. Turning down that match is like turning down a raise. Do not do it. Third, look at index funds. These are baskets that hold tiny slices of hundreds of companies. When the overall economy grows, your basket grows. When those companies earn, you get a piece. You do not need to be a Wall Street expert or pick winners. You just need to buy regularly and let decades do the work. Fourth, if you want to go deeper, think about assets that pay you while you sleep. A small rental property, digital products that sell while you are at your day job, a side business that runs without your hourly labor. These are the machines that build real wealth. Your savings account is a parking lot. These are highways. Here is the mental switch that changes everything. Stop seeing yourself as a saver. Start seeing yourself as an owner. A saver collects dollars. An owner puts dollars to work. A saver asks, how much do I have? An owner asks, how much is working for me while I live my life? You do not need $10,000 or even $5,000 to start. You can start with $100 because the goal is not the amount. The goal is the habit. The goal is building a system where your money has a job description. Some dollars protect you. Some dollars grow for your future home. Some dollars build your retirement. Every dollar gets an assignment. When you do this, something magical happens. You stop feeling broke. Even when your account balance looks lower, you know your wealth is actually higher. It is just busy. It is out in the world, building your future, instead of sitting in a vault slowly fading. So here is your move for today. Open your accounts, look at your cash, decide exactly how much you need to feel safe in an emergency, lock that number away. Then look at the rest. That extra money is not extra. It is your future asking for a chance. Move it, deploy it. Give it a job, because the world is not waiting for you to feel ready. Prices will keep climbing, time will keep moving, and every day your money sits still is a day somebody else is using it to get ahead. Stop saving your way to the middle. Start building your way to freedom. The system is already running. It is time you ran one of your own.